revealed in the show today, Courtney. You know what? This is always so much fun for me when we can help you plan what you want to serve, what you want to give for your holiday gatherings. And we have something that's brand new from Kansas City Steak Company today, which are beef Wellingtons.
Right.
They've done 6 ounces in the past that were so popular, and you actually said, can you give us a little bit more? So Greg Shockley said, yeah, well, let's work on it. We'll see what we can do. 8 ounces. It's been bumped up to the next level, so these are substantial. 6 8-ounce beef Wellingtons, and this is M47919. The sale price for Christmas in July is actually expiring at the end of the day on Friday, but we've given you, if you think this is super fancy, kind of is, but we've given you 4 easy payments by which to bring this home and experience it for yourself. So Mr. Greg Shockley, the gentleman who's been bringing Kansas City Steak Company to QVC for years, how are you, sir?
I'm good, Sharon. How are you?
I'm wonderful. So Kansas City Steak Company here since 1995, but how long have you guys actually been around?
Since 1932, so over 80 years in business. And you know, Sharon, when we came here those 20 years ago, most of our business even today is still to restaurants, and it has always been. So when we came here all those 20 years ago, we said, hey, let's bring something that people couldn't get elsewhere. They couldn't get that restaurant quality that they wanted. They had to go to their restaurant. Now you can get the same product, same packaging, same everything that a lot of the famous restaurants and a lot of your favorite restaurants are getting because they're using Kansas City Steak Company steaks. They're just putting their names on it. But we have one of the most decadent gourmet meals that you can imagine, the beef Wellington. Now, that's the fancy name for it, but really what it is, it's just our center cut filet mignon. It's mushroom duxelle, which is basically sauteed wild mushrooms with kind of sherry wine in there to kind of reduce down. It's got fresh herbs like thyme and shallots. That's what kind of makes it down. It stews down, and then it's crusted in puff pastry to a golden brown, crispy, cooked from frozen, individually packed in 37 minutes. So you want to talk about a gourmet meal in an instant. So whether you're planning this maybe for your Christmas Eve, your New Year's Eve, or just a special occasion, or just a Tuesday night, you just want to have a great meal, it's fine. Cooked from frozen, beautiful. We've even put a nice bow around here, so you know, you eat with your eyes first. So you get every gourmet thing you would get in the fancy restaurants without the huge sticker price, and you can just have an intimate dinner at home, but gourmet.
Huge sticker price. I don't know if you've ever taken a look at a restaurant that actually is able to serve beef Wellington.
You don't see them very often.
You don't, and when you do, it is expensive.
Sharon, there you go, my dear.
It is an evening. Thank you so much, sir. So here, the fact that you get 6 of them, I love that. I love that we have the easy pay. The fact that you can get it now, you don't have to reserve it in November or December. You can still do that, but you can get it now, which for a lot of the things that we have in the 3-hour show, you're not able to do. And is this going to be pure bliss right here?
It's going to be bliss. It is buttery from the puff pastry, and you get that kind of crispiness. And then you get the duxelle, it just really makes it for me. I mean, the filet is great, but the duxelle with that is just such a great accompaniment to the beef.
That is so perfectly seasoned.
Yeah.
It's not overly seasoned. It's not under seasoned.
Nothing to do.
And the beef is ridiculously tender. The beef just melts in your mouth when you're eating it. And then the puff pastry.
Look at that.
Look at the color of this. Look at how it's got just a little bit of that crust on top for the puff pastry. But I have a question for you, Greg. If we want it to be sort of shiny like we see it in the fancy restaurants, is there a trick to that?
Yeah, you just put a little egg wash. So you basically just crack an egg, mix it all up, just brush it on. And actually, I did that with some of these. So what Sharon's talking about, they will get golden brown with doing absolutely nothing.
Right.
But that little shininess that you get on there, you can only get that with adding a little egg wash. So nothing complicated about it. Literally, crack an egg, just mix it up with a fork, and you can use a finger or a little pastry brush or something like that. And look at this. You cut into this, they're almost foolproof. All you've got to do. Look at how
gorgeous that is. Look at that color.
37 minutes. And you get the perfect. Just take them out, let them rest for about 10 minutes or so.
Okay.
And you're fine. They're nice and insulated. So again, you get that beautiful thick filet mignon. You get that perfect layer of mushroom duxelle, and then that gorgeous, crunchy, buttery. I mean, puff pastry, there's nothing better. Everything's better with puff pastry.
Actually, the whole thing melts in your mouth. They're all different textures when they get started, but they all absolutely melt in your mouth. And so 8 ounces each. We've done these in 6 ounces before, and you actually requested to have them a little bit bigger. Can we have a little bit more?
Bigger's better.
Bigger's, and here, well, I'm not gonna go down that road because there's a little thing called YouTube, so I'm gonna keep my mouth shut on that one. But $122.68 at the sale price that will be expiring at the end of the day on Friday. Now, November or or December. And in all honesty, when I look at those 4 easy payments of $30.67 a month, I would be pleased if there were 4 of them in there at that price of $30.67 a month. There's 6 of them in there for that price. And so that really is, I think, an amazing value for something that you know is going to be delicious anyway. I love how you're showing sort of how the whole process begins here.
This is the breakdown. This is what it's made of. And this is why, look, even in your fancy restaurants, you typically don't even see this because there's a lot of labor, a lot of steps going into making this. But remember, we're doing all the work for you, cooked from frozen. Starting off with that center cut, Western Kansas corn-fed filet mignon. Nice big filet mignon. Here's that mushroom duxelle that we talked about. Sauteed really slowly with those wild mushrooms, fresh herbs, the shallots, cooked down with sherry wine to give that beautiful, rich flavor that really, really makes it. And then you got the puff pastry wrapped around to enclose. Pop in your oven from 375 degrees, preheated oven. Just take it out. You don't have to egg wash it if you don't want to. Take it out, let it rest for 5 to 10 minutes, and that's it. If you want, I use a meat thermometer about 30 minutes in, just to make sure. If I'm about 120 to 25 degrees, because every oven's a little bit different, I'll take them out. They're going to carry up a little bit in cooking. So if about 120 or so, take them out, and they'll be perfect.
And they will be perfect. Think about the side dishes that we had from earlier from
I've got
St.
some
Clair's.
right here. I've got her
side
sweet
dishes
potatoes.
here, the wine that we just talked about with Courtney. This is M47919. Brand new, sale price expiring at the end of the day on Friday. 6 of them, 8